Welcome back to our series on raising boys into men with mental resilience and mental toughness. Or as I like to say it, make lions not sheep. In this episode, we'll explore an intriguing trait shared by many individuals who have made it in the business world and in general doing good in life: their affinity for being able to talking to strangers and to strike up a conversation with everyone. We'll delve into the significance of this trait and discuss how it can be integrated into the upbringing of children today. Teaching your children to talk to strangers. While this might seem counterintuitive at first, there are actually several benefits to encouraging children to have conversations with new people. According to research by Harvard University, up to 85% of success in a workplace is attributed to social skills, such as the ability to interact with others, build relationships, and communicate effectively. This statistic is supported by a lot of other studies, which suggest that social skills are even more important than IQ when it comes to achieving success in various aspects of life. Therefore, teaching children to talk to strangers in a safe and appropriate manner can help to develop these crucial social skills from a young age and potentially set them up for success in the future. And starting early on with this encouragement can help prevent the development of shyness later on. Encouraging children to interact with new people can help them develop social skills and confidence. It can also expose them to different perspectives and ways of thinking, which can broaden their horizons and help them develop empathy. Even though this really seems very counterintuitive to teach your children to talk to strangers, it's important to remember that success often hinges on one's ability to interact with others, including strangers. Whether it's making connections in the business world or simply making friends in a new city, being able to strike up a conversation with someone you don't know is an important skill in life. It's important to clarify that I am not saying that you should not teach your children the concept of stranger danger. Teaching you children the concept of stranger danger is a critical part of a child's development, just like learning to look both ways when crossing the street. It's about giving your child the ability to talk to the right strangers if they're ever in a situation where they're lost, alone, or in danger. Firstly, you should teach your children that there are a big difference between them engaging in talking to somebody they don't know, and if your child is alone and approached by a stranger. Make them understand that adults do not need children's help to find things, like a lost puppy for example. Tell them to not take gifts or agree to help with a task like the lost puppy from people they do not know. It's important to note that not all strangers are created equal or are pure-hearted. Parents should teach their children to be discerning when it comes to picking people to talk with. For example, kids should avoid strangers who seem intoxicated or are behaving erratically. It's also a good idea to avoid talking to strangers in isolated areas or places that feel unsafe. That being said, there are plenty of strangers who can be great to talk to. If you want to learn more about the safety for children around strangers, Gavin de Becker is the man to look up. He is an expert in security and personal safety, and has written extensively about teaching children to be safe around strangers. One of his key pieces of advice is to teach children to trust their instincts when it comes to picking strangers to talk to. For example, children should be encouraged to pay attention to nonverbal cues, such as a stranger's body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. If a stranger seems overly pushy or aggressive, or if they make the child feel uncomfortable or unsafe in any way, it's best to politely decline the conversation and move on. Overall, the key is to teach children to be cautious and discerning when it comes to talking to strangers, while also encouraging them to develop their social skills and interact with a variety of people in a safe and appropriate manner. Here are 5 ways to safely train your child to talk with strangers. 1. Start small. Begin by teaching your child to say hello and engage in small talk with familiar people like neighbors, family friends, or shopkeepers they see often. 2. If you have a family dog and the child are with you out walking the dog, they can ask strangers about their dog. Or if they are with you out shopping, they can ask strangers if they know where or what questions. This will help them build their confidence and social skills before they start talking with strangers alone. 3. Role-play scenarios. Practice different scenarios with your child, such as what to do if a stranger approaches or asks for directions or help with a task. This will help them feel more prepared and confident in real-life situations. 4. Teach the concept of stranger danger. Make sure your child understands that not all strangers are safe to talk to and that they should be careful about who they engage with. Teach them to trust their instincts and look for signs that someone might not have good intentions. 5. Emphasize safety measures. Teach your child to never give out personal information like their name, address, or phone number to strangers. Make sure they know that if they feel unsafe or uncomfortable, they should find a trusted adult like a police officer or store employee. It's important you make sure your child is always supervised when they are out in public. Keep an eye on them from a distance and make sure they are all right until the child is old enough to recognize predatory strategies, old enough and confident enough to resist them, assertive enough to seek help, and powerful enough to enforce the word no. Until they are capable of all that, a child is too young to be his own protector. Thank you for joining us today on this journey of exploring the concept of raising boys into men with mental resilience and toughness. I hope you found valuable insights and practical tips that you can apply in your parenthood. Remember, building mental resilience is a lifelong process. It's about embracing challenges, pushing limits, and developing the inner strength to overcome obstacles. Whether you're aiming to achieve personal goals, face demanding situations, or pursue your dreams, cultivating mental toughness will be your greatest asset. That's why it's so important to instill it in our children. Before we wrap up, I'd like to invite you to join our community of like-minded parents who are committed to raise their boys into strong lions. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. I have exciting content coming up, covering a wide range of topics to empower you on your journey to raising your boys into strong men. I genuinely appreciate your support and engagement. Your comments, feedback, and shares mean the world to me. If you found value in this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And remember, sharing is caring. Share this video with someone you think would benefit from the insights we've discussed today. Lastly, I want to encourage you to take action. Giving your children that mental resilience isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about putting that knowledge into practice. So, choose one key takeaway from today's video and commit to implementing it in your parenthood. Small steps can lead to significant transformations. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, stay resilient, stay strong, and keep in touch.